Hi everyone. If you can hear me, please show a thumbs up on the chat. I'll appreciate if you can hear me clearly. I need someone to respond. Sharon, if you can respond that you can hear me clearly, please.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Awesome, awesome. So, hi everyone. My name is Jackie Nzisa. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to have been part of Dighton Consultancy group, and I'm really grateful to Sharon for the opportunity that she gave us and the team to support her in this. So kudos, Sharon. You've really done an amazing work. It's been a journey. I think two plus months, and we are almost coming to an end. I want to believe that each and every one of us has gotten something new that they're able to implement in their various organizations to make sure that their brands begin to make a different impression in the world. As I've said, my name is Jackie Risa, and I've been working with Dighton Consultancy for some time, and I appreciate the opportunity. We've been really focusing on building brands, and there is no brand that can be built without communication. That's why we've been having these sessions just to equip us on how to build brands that really influence and make a difference. When I talk about brands that influence, or when we talk about brands that influence, I want you to think from a personal perspective. Like, if you want to become a person who influences, what are some of the characters that you need to have? Okay. And when I think about it, and I think about integrity, and I imagine now when it comes to a brand, what does integrity mean for a brand? For me, that means the brand should be able to stand by the principles that govern that brand. In that, if it's advertising, you're not just advertising everything and anything for your business. You are so specific, so focused, and your goals and visions are measurable. Like, you can measure your progress because you're building a brand that has to make a difference in the society, whether in the business field or in the non-governmental organization field. But the brand must speak and make a difference in the society. That is why we've been having this conversation from the word go, from building a personal brand, because you need to understand how to build your personal brand before you even begin to build a company or another brand that is not a personal brand. Yeah. So today's session, our speaker is one and only Sharon, our CEO. And I met Sharon a few years ago. I think we are 2 years old now. In one of the sessions that we were organizing about communication, and we were doing that time we were doing a communication strategy for an organization. That's where I got to interact with Sharon one on one, and she's a brilliant communicator. She's passionate about this field, and I believe what she's doing is the right thing, and she's heading in the right direction. And that's why we are here to support her all the way to make sure that we have a vibrant brand that speaks about, that guides other brands on how to become better brands, if that makes a sense. So, Sharon, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you. That today you'll be taking us through creating work plans and content calendars that work. I believe that my content calendar may not be best for any other person. For instance, if you're in the beauty industry, your content calendar cannot be the same as our Kenya's biggest brand like Safaricom. They cannot have the same content calendar, neither can they have the same work plans. Each company or each brand has its own guiding principles and all that. So it's important that we understand where we should begin and how we should go about creating content calendars that can deliver uh, the plan that we have, and make sure that our brands are well established. So allow me, without saying so much, to take this opportunity to welcome our CEO. I wish there was a way we could just clap our hands. From wherever you are, just put your hands together without even opening your microphones. Just put your hands together and appreciate Sharon. Karibu sana, Sharon. Please, you can begin the session. And to the people attending, please feel free to put your chats, your questions in the Q&A. we have the chat and the Q&A, but for the questions, I'll kindly request that you put our questions in the Q&A part. And then if there is anything else, maybe you're having, you can't hear us clearly, or the other concerns that you have, you can put them on the chat. Karibu sana, Sharon. Sharon, are you there?
Okay. Oh, sorry. I had muted my mic. I
Okay.
hope you can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you, Karibu.
Amazing. So I always say it's amazing to have all of you here. And indeed, I really mean that. It's amazing to have all of you here. And I can't believe you're already on the last session. I mean, when we were starting, I was like, what? Will we ever reach to the last session? But I'm so, so glad that you are already in the last session. And we have all of you here. You've done it. You've made it from the first session to the last session. And today we talk about work plans that work and content calendars that deliver. I just want you to write in the chat, have you ever struggled as a communication officer or a coordinator or manager to come up with a work plan, with a communication work plan, and also a social media content calendar? Let me just hear that, and then we can mute our mics. Yeah, let me just see on the chat. Let me see if I can see anyone. For some reason, I'm not able to see the charts. Oh, okay. All right, now I can. Okay, let me just go where we could see it. Yes, everyone. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
I
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can always help you go through the charts. So
Yeah. So I think I'll just read. So Emmanuel says, really struggle. Jacqueline says, it's a real struggle. Yes, I do struggle. Come on, I need to see all the 35 of us saying something on the chat in the chat box. Let's know. And if you've not struggled, also let us know. Okay, let me just give you a few more minutes to say it. Solomon says, I think the biggest issue has been following through the calendar. Paul says, mixed reactions. Angela says, struggle is real. Yes, it is. Jacqueline says, yes, I have done work plan before, which did not go past the first quarter. It's a struggle. And then Kalume says, indeed, it's a struggle to align tasks. Okay, let me just clear. Let me take 5 more. Let me just take 5 more, and then I can start the session. Colin says, structuring is something else. Not talking about following it through. Paul says creating one is not the real issue. Implementing and sticking to it is the biggest struggle. I agree with you. So why do you think sticking to the work plan is a big struggle? Why do you think it's a big struggle? Is it because it's too complex? Is it because okay, let me just hear from one or two of you, and then I'll go ahead. Why is it a struggle to follow through the content calendar or the work plan you've made? Okay, let me just give you a few minutes. And as you say that, I'll give you a story. When I was starting as a communication professional, I really struggled with the content calendar. One thing I would say I worked in an organization maybe that didn't have structure so much, in such a way that they really didn't check what I was doing as a communication person. But now I left that organization and I went to the other organization. And then in this other organization, being asked to give my work plan, and content plan. I'm like, okay, work plan for communication. How do you have a work plan for communication? So because I was coming from a place where I will just wake up and post. I will wake up and I know you understand what I mean. So this organization wanted me to create a work plan, wanted me to create a content calendar, and actually the start when I was starting, it was really hard, and I could not follow through. I don't know who's talking. Please mute. And I could not follow through. And if you ask me, that was I think I couldn't really figure it out the first 2 months. And my boss was like, "Hey, Sharon, you're
I
not
think
doing a
it's
good job. What is happening? I cannot see any progress and whatnot."
really
And then
think
she told me, try and schedule your work, plan your work well, and you'll be able to move. So that time I went to the internet, I researched, and then finally I got a way, to do it. And trust you me, when I did that, everything now became clear. Because now as a communication expert, I follow through the work plan. And then also the work plan feeds into the social media calendar and also the activity that I do. Also in my previous organization, so we have two organizations as case study. One, organization A did not really follow through. Organization B really follows through communication. Organization A did not have a budget for communication. We used to really rely on projects. So if a project officer has a budget, then sometimes they will give you a 2,000 here, 2,000 there, from their budget. But now organization B has an actual budget for communication. So that is a backstory. And I think organization B really shaped me in the way I used to do my communication, and it became easier and it became clearer because I was able to follow through. So stay with me as we take this journey. But before we do that, let me just read this charts here. Not sure if it's the real deal. Okay, someone says, okay, let me see. Things just come up, disrupting everything. Amazing. Aligning once with the partners, partners calendar, and then not sure if it is the real deal. Jacqueline says, I always feel like it's too much to keep up. We begin strong and half we get tired. Cindy says, tends to be monotonous and also seeing the vision. Then it becomes a struggle when your supervisor misses the vision goals and the plan intends to achieve. I think I really resonate with Walker, but for you as a communication expert, you need to own the plan in such a way that even if someone wakes you up in the middle of the night, you're able to tell them, oh, this is what I plan and this is what I plan. Because you need to sell as a communication officer, you need, or whatever, communication coordinator, officer, manager, all those names. So as a communication person, you need to sell your work plan and sell it well. Because sometimes maybe the supervisors misses the vision because probably you're not able to articulate it. So one thing of winning in coming up with a work plan is actually owning it and saying, this is my baby, I am running away with it, that. And then I think we are overly ambitious at the start and the timelines are not feasible in practice. The other one, the last one. Hi, I'm Sarah from Tanzania. I clearly missed the previous session. I hope this can be shared. Looking forward to the session. Yeah, we'll share the session. Please remind me at the end of the session, I share the session. Amazing. So I've seen why, we've seen that. And I want us to journey together and let me know if by the end of the session, you'll still feel the same way, or maybe you'll want to try this one that works, okay? All right. So let me go to the next one. So storytelling without a plan is like a good movie without a script. Chaotic and forgettable. So if you're not able to articulate well your work plan, you're not, it becomes very chaotic. And if you're not able to plan your content well, and your work plan, it becomes very chaotic and you even tend to forget. When I was in organization A, what one thing I do is I do when it comes to International Day, I will show you when I show you the sample of the work plan. National days, I used to forget them. Yani, I can count 1,000 times I forgot the international days. Why? Because I had not included them in the work plan, one, and also in the content plan. So it became very chaotic and very forgettable. So when you have a plan, what do you want to communicate? How do you want to communicate? Who do you want to involve? And what is the frequency of you communicating? Okay. So the next one, okay, this is our vision. Yeah, I want to read this because this is our vision as Daitan. So one is to become a leading partner for brands in Africa, strengthening systems and communications to maximize sustainable impacts. As Jackie said, I'm one person who is very passionate about communication and especially storytelling. So one of the vision I have is that we are able to lead the partners that come to us to help them strengthen their system and communication to maximize their sustainable impact. And then the other one is our mission is to empower brands with innovative strategy, capacity building, and impactful communication that enhances visibility, credibility, and growth. Let me just talk about it kidogo, a little bit. To empower brands with innovative strategy. We are moving to the digital world, and maybe a lot of things you don't need them anymore. Let me give you an example. When I was starting off, I used to get a lot of calls to train people on how to do to use Canva, poster my wall. But nowadays, I don't get them anymore. Why? Because people already know how to use them. It is people have already gotten used to using Canva, AI, and a lot of many things. Nano Banana. Bokayo did a session here on Nano Banana and she on AI, and we saw 1,000 tools to make it. So one of our mission is to ensure that we get innovative strategies. Number two is capacity building, the way we are doing right now. And I am sure after the capacity building, as I read your comments before, you're able to communicate impactfully and also enhance your visibility, credibility, and growth. Okay, so let's dive right in. So I don't know why my screen is not, okay, let me just use this. So why do we actually need a plan? We can just wake up and say we'll post this tomorrow, yesterday, the other day we post this, we can just go ahead and do it. But the reason why we need a plan, one, it's for clarity. So one, keeps your communication goals and actions aligned. So you just don't communicate, but you communicate strategically to the right people and to the right audience, and how do you communicate with stakeholders? Then you're going to map out how you communicate with stakeholders, how you communicate with the community, which platforms to use, all those things. So it helps. A plan gives you clarity. Number two, a plan gives you consistency. It ensures regular and coherent messaging. Someone said it is monotonous in the comments. Another person said we just start strong, and then by the time we are reaching the fourth month, we are tired and we don't want to do it. I know that, and I got that a lot, especially when I was in 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 organization A, I used to feel that a lot. It is becoming monotonous, and I don't have anything to say. On Monday come, it's motivation Monday, I post. Tuesday come, it's conversation Tuesday, I post. It becomes very monotonous. But with a plan, it helps you to become consistent. And one thing about communicating, especially in the digital world, you need to remain consistent in such a way that you are the top of the mind for your audience. The audience do not forget you. The audience do not in this world, you need to be in people's faces. You need to be in people's faces constantly so that people remember you. I know you really understand what I mean. You need to be constantly in people's faces so that they remember who you are and what you do. So it helps you to become consistent. Number two, it helps you to become accountable. And as a communication person who is very passionate about communication, I criticize myself. And I think at the end, we'll talk about monitoring and evaluation. And I tell myself, I do this probably, I might not be able to do it monthly, but I ensure I do it quarterly. And I ask myself, okay, this is what we had planned. What were we able to achieve? What didn't we able? What were we not able to achieve? And what is the next forward? So it helps you to become accountable. It helps you define who does what, and also who does what when. As we go on, you'll see in the work plan there is the person responsible for that particular thing. So when you have a plan, you're able to delegate duties. I know in Kenya, most especially, sometimes communication persons, they are just one, but in other organizations, communications people are more than 2, 3, like that. But depending on the size of organization. The other one, measurement, makes tracking results easier because you cannot measure what you don't have. You have to have what is that thing that you wanted to achieve, and have you achieved it? So when you have a plan, it will be able to show you, okay, this is what I had planned, and this is what I've been able to achieve. Okay, please give me a thumbs up if you're still together. Yay, thank you. Can see your thumbs up. All right. So understanding the work plan. I know maybe this is something amazing. I know maybe this is something we are used to and we have, but sometimes we tend to forget and we need a nudge. Hey, this is what happens. So our work plan outlines what needs to be done. Number one, what? Who will do it? Two, and when will it do it? So in your work plan, you'll you'll also have a column of January, February, month, April. Okay. So let me just go to the next one because I have explained this a little bit further. Number one, your work plan must have objectives, and these objectives must align with the strategic communication objective. What do you want to achieve? That is the first question you ask yourself when you're making this particular work plan and also content plan. It's very important to get the why. What is that thing I want to achieve? So these are the big goals or intentions of your project, the why behind your work. Example, to empower women to take up leadership roles in climate action. This is just an example. So anything that you will do revolve around to empower women to take up leadership roles in communication, right? So anything that you will post, anything that you'll do, it must amplify this. It must amplify this particular thing. Okay? I hope you are following. The next one, okay, let me just go slowly. Oh yeah, so the next one is the outcome. So, when I was making one of my work plans, I was like, do we really need the outcomes? We can just go ahead and say the activities that we implement. You know, the outcome is the change, or what are outcomes? Let me just we call this. Let me just define what outcomes are. The change or the difference that happens because of your work is the outcome. What do you want to see as a communication expert? And I know when we are coming to the at this point, I feel like I should have started with the work plan so that we are able to flow. But I think let me just do this, and then we'll go to the work plan, and then we'll come back to the content calendar. So these are the results you expect to see after activities, usually behavior, attitude, and condition changes. For example, strengthen media partnership for ERC visibility. Okay, so these ones, they will guide you. So if this is one of your outcome you want to see, okay, I want to see strengthen media partnership for now ERC, you put your organization there. So, and then now you'll ask yourself, okay, I want to see strengthen media partnership. What is that activity that I can do to to strengthen this partnership? You know, communication is very broad, and it's more than posting on social media. It is also involves the little bits and pieces, including having trainings for staff, including involving the community, including um, having sit downs with the media personalities, so that you're able to strengthen the media partnerships for your organization. Okay? And then there's outputs. These ones, they're the direct products or deliverables of your activities. These are the tangible things you produce or do, or So, for example, I wish I used whatever related to an example related to communication, but I can just paraphrase it. So you'll say 5. So up it will be conduct 5 communication training sessions. Okay. So what is your output? Your output is 5 communication training session held. How many people do you want to train? 150 communication experts trained. That is how you put your outputs. You will see all of this when it comes to when we go to the you can't see the presentation. Please confirm that you can see the presentation. Someone says they can't see the presentation. Please confirm. Yeah, so you'll be able to see in the work plan that I'll share, a sample work plan that I'll share with you, that this one, you'll see how the outputs have been done. And then also there's input. What is it that you put, what are the resources you put in? Is it money? Is it people? Is it time? Is it materials? For example, when you're training the communication experts, or you're training your staff, maybe there'll be lunch, there'll be training materials, venue, staff time. So that is the input. What is the input you actually put in the work plan? Sometimes you don't really have to put the input maybe in the work plan, but just have it at the back of your mind. Okay, this is what I'll do, this is what I'll do. Mostly you can put the input in when you're breaking down the activities, and you see, okay, this is what I need to put in. Then we have indicators. Indicators are signs or measures that show you where you are, whether you're making progress towards your goal. These ones, they help you track and prove results of your communications or project-like evidence that something is happening or changing. So an indicator answers the question, how will we know it has achieved this? For example, when we are coming up with a social media campaign, please confirm that you can see the screen, because I can see many people are saying they can't see the screen.
It's visible
But
now.
again, it's visible. Okay, okay, all right. Yeah. So when it comes to indicators, is how are you able to measure this impact? Are you able to measure, okay, we did a campaign. Basically, it's indicators helps you to monitor, to do evaluation of, is it a campaign, is it your social media posting, and all those things. So I think that this is the last one before we go to the, okay, let me just do this and then I'll show you the, okay, so all right, so the indicators, and you'll say, so what if I see that confidence in this communication experts have improved? Is it something I can term as indicators? Yes. So there are two types of indicators. One, it can be quantitative or qualitative, the quality. So qualitative indicators, they are things that you can count or measure with numbers. So like, for example, number of participants trained, percentage of women in leadership, or percentage of now communications who are able to communicate, communication experts who are able now to use work plans and implement them fully up to the end. And then also qualitative indicators, they are things you cannot describe, you can describe or observe, but not necessarily like put numbers to it. For example, confidence among women leaders, and then stronger community collaboration. So in this case, we'll have stronger media relationships, collaborations. Okay, I want to pause for a bit, questions, and then I can move for the other one. If you have a question, please shoot it now. As I say, steps in developing a work plan. Okay, let me just give you some time and then I'll continue with this one, this slide. So number one, steps in developing a work plan. Number one, review strategic communication objectives. Remember, what are your strategic objectives? What is your bigger picture? What do you want to see at the end of the day? Number two, identify key activities and outputs. Okay, so which activities will help you develop this particular work plan? Number three, assign roles and responsibility. These ones might not apply really to a team that you're one, because I know most communications people are just one person. But when you're many, just assign the roles. Then number four, set realistic timelines. Sometimes having a lot of activities can be very tedious especially. And sometimes we set goals that are not realistic. I mean, like timelines that are not realistic. For example, if you say you will be conducting a training for the staff every week, that's a good thing, but it's not realistic because one, it takes time, it takes funds, and I don't know if a lot of funds will be available for that. Also, I don't know if the number of staff, the staff will be available for every week, because communication training is something very tedious, and you have to go into the details, go to the details. And so, like, when you're setting the timeline, let us set strategic timelines. The other one is define indicators for tracking. I think what I was doing in organization A, I did not define the indicators, so I was not able to track this progress. I was just today is the International Day of the Culture. Boom, I put it there. It's called kushtukia in English inaitwa nini? I was just, Jackie, please help me. And I was just waking up and I'm like, oh, today is International Environmental Day, and I post. So also we define indicators for tracking. And then the other thing is review and adapt regularly. Sometimes we will find that our work plans that we've made was a little bit ambitious. It's not working for us. There's also room for reviewing and adapting regularly. And okay, so this is the other bit. So let me just stay here and read the comments, the question. Then I will go to show.
Maybe Sharon,
Yes.
I think you've talked for quite some time.
Yeah.
Maybe let me check if we have any questions. And I think that people are still the questions in the chat. I requested that we all put the questions in the Q&A. But someone is
Yes.
asking, what do you need to consider when creating a social media calendar for your brand?
Mm-hmm.
What do you need to consider when you're putting a social media calendar for your brand?
Uh-huh.
Maybe, Sharon, you can take a minute. We can all
Uh,
take a minute. Let's give ourselves a 60-second break so that you catch a breath and
okay.
also allow people to type in their questions in the Q&A. Please, we are
Okay.
taking 60 seconds recess. Please type your questions in the Q&A.
All right.
Section.
So thank you, Jackie. Thank you. And the person who has asked about the social media calendar, that's the next question. That's the
Sharon,
next.
we are taking a break.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Our 60 seconds break is out. And I can see on the chat we don't have any new questions. On the Q&A, we also don't have questions. So Sharon, you can go ahead and respond on the question on what to consider when you're coming up with a content plan.
All right. I can see my screen is loading. Perfect. So I just wanted to go one step at a time. At this point, I just wanted to show you maybe a sample work plan, or maybe how a work plan should look like, and having those factors that we've mentioned observed. I am trying to increase the font so that we are able to see it. Okay, so all right. So this so please confirm you can hear me clearly. So this one is a sample work plan, and but of course this was a work plan for August, December. And then you can see down here we have work plan, we have budgets, and we have projections. So so outcomes. So these are the outcomes. I think what really works for me is, first of all, coming up with the outcomes. What is that thing I want to see? Then after coming up with the outcomes, I ask myself, okay, So if that is what I want to see, what are the outputs? And then if these are the outputs, what are these activities then that I want to see? So from in my work plan, I have, is it five? I have, yes, I have five outcomes that I want to see. So just let me just go through them quickly, maybe to help some of us to also have an idea. So number one is increased visibility of ERC programs and impact. So this is this is in ERC. Please put your organization. I just use ERC because it is an example of an organization. So the first one, I want to see increased visibility of ERC programs. So what is it that I am going to do? Number one, I am going to social media platform. So what is the output? One, social media platform updated regularly. Two, success story collected monthly. Three, quarterly newsletters shared. Four, e-magazine shared after 2 months. After 2 months, yes. Number two, the other one is I see materials shared in the community. This is the other output. So this outcome, then when I have this, then I have the activities. So which activities do I want to do? So in social media platform updated regularly, I'll draft and schedule weekly social media post. The other one I will, so collecting success story entails that I will interview participants and take videos. So in some activities, you'll find that some activities also have sub activities depending on whatever activities you're doing. So the other one is quarterly newsletters shared. So what is needed, that what is the activity there is design stroke sending quarterly newsletters, and then develop and design monthly e-magazines. So that is the activity. And then I go further there to the timelines. Let it, I think it has reflected now. So I go to the timelines. So this one, for example, for example, sharing, I will do it every month. But now the content calendar helps me break it down further to small bits and pieces. Because so the first activity here is to draft and schedule weekly social media posts. Of course, that is done in August, September, October, November, December. But this one of collecting, which one? This one of design or stand quarterly newsletter. It's done just once. Okay, I've not even indicated it, but it's done quarterly. So the first one, for example, we did one in August. The other one we'll do in October or November. Okay. So that one gives you a breakdown of whatever you're able to do. And then we go to the other one. So I think one of the things that makes communication look monotonous is not having a diverse diverse activities to do, or maybe we say diverse activities. So you'll find that as communication experts, we really maybe major on visibility and then we forget the other things, because sometimes we also need to involve all these other things. So the other one is improved community awareness on ERC services and opportunities. So for example, we really also need to, because in most of our work, we also need the community. And if we don't engage the community, then our work is zero. So what is one thing that we can do? So we can design, we have, what is the output? I see material shared in the community. And then community events annually and biannually, radio mentions, stroke discussion conducted, Twitter spaces and Twitter chats held. So, what is the activity there is to design flyers. So, for example, this one, host open days, communities, dialogues in international stroke national community days. You'll find that For example, International Peace Day, there's a certain organization, if at all it's in your thematic area of focus, you'll find that this organization is doing this. We can actually go as communicate. It's actually the work of a communication expert to actually go get the opportunities and do it and market the organization, market the corporate, the industry, So that one is the second outcome you want to see. This third one keeps on disappearing, communication guideline reviews, staff training. So I think this one was improved staff. I can't really remember what it was. It keeps on disappearing. I don't know why. So the output will be communication guidelines reviewed, staff trains, internal updates for collaboration. Then have the activity. Then the other one is strengthen media partnerships for ERC visibility. So you have partnership with the media, develop story, increase media coverage, and then the activity will be identify and engage potential media partners. Two, conduct workshops with the media practitioners. Okay, workshop can be maybe a breakfast meeting to tell them what you're doing as an organization, and then also so that you're able to see and how you can collaborate, and also you're able to see the areas of synergy, and then also develop a feature story, and then also track and document media coverage. So those ones are the activity. The last one is improved monitoring and evaluation of communication activities. So of course, this is basically monitoring and evaluation. Track, analyze monthly social media, develop stakeholder feedback survey, draft stroke finalize annual report. So you'll find that this work plan is very vague, especially because the month is just say August, September, October, November, December. But you've not specified on the date. So for me, what I do, I have for example, I have a side place where I write the actual dates. So for example, if it's media breakfast, I say, so let's see. So like this one, let's say media conduct workshop was supposed to be done in maybe let's say October. Let's just say October or September. So in September, I come and say, okay, the first week of September, is it possible? The second week of September, is it possible? Okay, the third week sounds more reasonable. I write it down in the content calendar, or in that small book, or that small Word document that you have, and put the exact date so that you don't forget. So this one is the work plan is just to guide you and show you, okay, in September, this is what I'm supposed to do. But now you have to narrow it down again and now talk about the actual dates, the actual day, and the implementation. Okay, I hope we are together. If you are still together, please give me a thumbs up. I see that we are still together. Okay, let me see. Perfect. Amazing. Yep, back to tab. Yes, I see you. Thank you, Pamoja. Very good. So we are together. Yes. So that is basically it for the work plan. I don't know if I feel like I should just do even the content calendar before I explain what it actually entails, so that we go together. Let me just do this once, and then we can now go back to whatever we were doing. Okay, so let me just share this. That is the work plan, and it gives a bigger picture of what your communication should look like. It gives a bigger picture of how do you want the communication to look like. But now again, this is too broad, and you need to actually, okay. So you need to actually break it down. And then it also, the content calendar also works well when you have a lot of projects. For example, you'll find, there's this project working in 10 counties. or 10 countries, and you're not
Sure,
able to.
sure.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you sharing the screen?
No. I've stopped.
Oh,
Yes, yes. Yeah. So you'll find that maybe there's this um organization that works in has different, okay, it can even be in the same county, but they have like 10 projects in that county running on different places, different audience. So how do you actually do it? So you are able to so this, the work plan gives you a bigger picture, but actually the content plan now gives you a narrower picture of how your communication should look like. So let me just try and share it, and then now I can go into explaining so that you're able to see what I actually mean. Okay, I don't want to share that. Let me share this. Okay, I think it's loading. Okay. Mm, please, I think you can see, we can all see the screen. So this is a sample of uh, a social media plan. Okay. So we will have, so this one was for the last quarter of that particular organization, 10-year cable, and then social media content plan. So someone asked, what is it supposed to contain? Maybe this might be a little bit complex for someone, but if you ask me, it really works well, and it helps you sort of have a plan of what you're doing. So what is contained here is a channel, the day, the status, the date, time. Okay, time is not really important if you don't want to do it, but it's important. I mean, it's really good. And then these ones are the projects. So you'll see in this particular organization, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 projects. This is a lot. And how do you ensure that everyone is seen and visible? And then there's the copy, and then also there's the visual. So you select here what is da. I am coming to it, so let me just go through. And then link to assets. So this is where the pictures put, and then link to published post, and then analytics. So let me go back to this now. So this one, when it comes to the channel, it has a drop down arrow here. So you're able to see, okay, so this one is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter and LinkedIn. So you're able to choose, okay, this particular post was done in Instagram, this one was done in LinkedIn, this one was done in Twitter, this one was done in Facebook, this one was done in all those things, Instagram again. And then when is it supposed to be done? Oh, this one is supposed to be done on Monday, Tuesday. You know, like you put in the day. So also this one has a drop down arrow. So you select, is it Monday? Yeah, it was done on Monday. This one was done on Tuesday. And this one was like that. So this one helps you to plan. And then if you see this one is week 1. You see this content plan, the way it has been divided according to weeks. And I think most of our content plan that maybe make it a little bit hard is because we've not divided them according to weeks. So if you ask me, for example, I feel like if I divide it to weeks, I am able to like really narrow down to, yes, now this is what I am supposed to do. Because this one, you see, this is week 1 here. We have week 2 here. We have week 3 here. And then we have week 4. And then it continues. And then you will see that it is January, February, March, April, up to December. So when you have this one, it helps you to actually, so week 1, this is what I'll do. So this particular organization has 8 projects. So how do I ensure that all these projects are actually correctly captured? So that's why these programs have different colors. Why? because you're able to see, oh, I have, if you only focus on one project, you will see, oh, this is EFS. Ah, yeah, I've done EFS all through. But when it has color, it is able to show you that you're not, and it helps you to not repeat yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. You're not able to repeat the same project over and over again. So when you come to your content calendar for that particular week, or you'll see, oh yeah, we did EFS, we did AMS, oh, we did Digitech, we did Cisco, we did Covec, we did Elimu Girls, we did Reading Program, EFS, AMS, and Digitech. Yani everything is well represented. You get, and it doesn't have to be like Monday. You all Mondays you do first like that. You can play around with. You can just play around depending on what you wanna do. Okay, and then also one thing you'll note here is that if, for example, I did AMS again, AMS again, AMS again, you see, this particular thing will be purple. Okay, so what does that tell me? That this week I have really focused on AMS and I've not given more time to these other projects. So I need to give more time to these other projects. I hope we are together. So this one is basically just to help you keep to tabs and be able to focus on the other projects as well. So when you win in the planning here, then it becomes easier to actually do the implementation. So this is where you plan your week. You say, okay, on Monday we will post for EFS. This other one will do EMS. We have a media breakfast. So you put it here, and then you put the dates on the date column, and then you put time. Someone will ask, okay, I have 20 projects and they cannot fit in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Right? Someone will ask that. And now that is where the time comes to play. How does the time come to play here? So you'll find that you can do one post in the morning, another one in the evening, and another one in the evening, so that you're able to cover all the projects that you have. Okay, I hope we are together. And then, so this other one shows you, okay, I'm so sorry for the noise. So this one shows you the type of visual. For example, so you come here and you do a drop down. I hope you can see. Please confirm with me if you can see well. So this one has a still image. So still image will be maybe a poster. You just still image is just one image that you put, and then there's carousel stroke slideshow. Mostly this one is in Instagram, it's also in LinkedIn, it's also in Facebook. I mean, I think most of the platforms now allow carousel. Carousel is when you post more than one picture, so that one becomes a carousel. A carousel meaning that you can go to the next picture, but the same post. And then there's the video. So you are able to see, okay, so in Digitech, we have a video. So today we are going to post a video. And then where are we going to publish it? In YouTube. So you come here, there's no YouTube here. Let me just put here. So this is Instagram. Instagram, okay. Digitech, we have a video. So we did a video on Digitech. So you come here and put a video. Oh, this is AMS. AMS, we have a carousel. So you say, oh, this time we did a carousel. And the other one is maybe we say Covex. Covex, we just did a still image, and that's it. So you're able also to, so this content calendar enables you to track up to the how will I say, the little detail that you do, and it is going to help you, and in such a way that even you're transitioning, you're able to, like someone who is coming up to, after you will be able to see, oh, this has been our progress. And then you'll see if some others have a text only. This one has this one has text only, so you're able to know, okay, this is So if you look at this content, social media content plan, you'll see that it helps you break down your your task to the simplest forms, and then link to assets. For example, for me, we usually put all our pictures in a drive, so I'll put the link here, and then I'll also put the link to the published post there, and I'll do the analytics there at the end. Let me just go back kidogo to a little bit to status. So this one also has a drop down. So it has a drop down. Why? Because you might it has planned, in progress, scheduled, and published. So this one, planned, is like, for example, okay, we have this event that is happening on Friday, and we know it's there. So that one is a planned activity. So we have this activity that we have gone to the field, we've done the photos, but they are still being edited. We've not finished with the editing, so we put it in progress. And then there's this one, oh, we are done with the editing, we are done with everything, and we have also scheduled it. So you mark there scheduled. And then now we are done, we've done everything, we've already published. It has not come published. Yeah, so we've already published. So you'll see that this content calendar gives you the it gives you the simplest details, and you're able to see what happened. And in case you're working also as a team, you're able to see, okay, this one has been planned, this one is still in progress, and you're also able to follow through and know, okay, this picture or what is pending, why is it in progress? Yeah, so that is it. So and then it follows through to January, February, March, April, May, just like that. It continues and continues and continues. And then the good thing about this is that you can customize it the way you want. For example, here, okay, these are our projects. You don't have this project, you just come here, you edit all these things, and you say, okay, this is our project. Maybe here you have also different forms of type of visual. So you come here and you customize. And then here also, we don't have YouTube. You want to add this, come here and add this. And like that, and like that, and like that. You're able to do it. So so I think this has really worked for me, especially when it comes to planning my calendar and my content, because I am able to see okay, week 1, this is what I'm up to, week 2, week 3, week 4, and all that. Yes, you can either choose to do it before, especially for the pictures that, okay, for the activities that are already there. This also works well when there's a lot of approvals that needs to be done before a certain post goes out. So, for example, you find that in an organization, for example, I'm not saying this is how it is, but I'm saying, for example, you find in an organization, you cannot post something without going through the communications manager. So you have to send it to the communication manager, he approves, and then it's trickle down. So this one, you can add maybe here a column of approved, not approved, all those things. And then so you don't even have to like share with them. Just let them come here, they do the corrections, and you're good to go. Yeah, and then that's it. And then before I just go back to the calendar, to the content calendar, allow me to just do this. I know you know this, but I want to remind you. Let's do this. Let me just remind you. Where is that? Okay, we are here now. Okay, let me just share this in a bit. Okay, let me see. I hope I can see it perfect. It's here. So, I want to really like. Okay, let me just wait for it to open. So this is Instagram. It's there in Instagram, it's there in LinkedIn, and it's there in Facebook. This is a Meta Business Suite. So when it comes to, so you've done your content plan, you're finished with your content plan. Come here, Meta Business Suite. Say Mondays are for scheduling. Yani, at this point, Communication should be very easy. It should not give you problems. It should be very, very easy. You just wake up like this and you're like, also the things are done. So you also find time to actually measure on the other things. Hi. Let me go here. So here you just come to the Meta Business Suite, and then you come to the planner. Okay, you come to the planner bit. The planner, for example, let me just use this. So as this month we are doing one content per day, but you can do it as many as you can. So you come here, you say, I have content for the whole of next week. So you go to next week, you say month, you say I have content for the whole of next week. So you come here, you say you add that thing, you add there. You say, okay, it has gone. Now this one enables you to schedule the post. So in your content plan, you've already planned everything, and you have a list of activities, a list of posts that you want to do. Come here and say, okay, this is November date 10. We are in November the 6th. But November the 10th, I think it's on Monday. Let's just say it's on Monday. And then you want to do a post at 10 a.m. So you come here, you say, November date 10, 10 a.m. You come here, you do like that. You upload your pictures here, you write your text. And then after you've done that, right now, I don't know if you can see, let me just remove this. It's not highlighted schedule because we have not uploaded anything, but maybe I can just do that practically. Let me put this. I've seen something I can put. Let me just go back. I have your pictures here. Okay, let me test that. And then we have a writing here, all that. So we have a picture here, and we have a text here, and then you just come and say schedule, and then you schedule. When you click schedule, let me just do that because I will delete it. So you come here, you say, your post has been scheduled. So when you come here already, Monday date 10, you have a post. You do that for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like that. So what this one does, it helps you plan your work effectively, and it helps to, you don't have to really do that real time. I think and as we mentioned, we are moving digitally, and things are evolving, and we really look to have innovative ways of doing things, so we need to have different. So you don't have to really stress yourself when it comes to you have to publish like that. When you have your content, you're able to schedule all through. You can schedule up to 2 months before, 3 months before, yeah, and make it easy for yourself and also for your team. Okay. So I don't want to continue again. I want to take a few questions and then I'll continue.
Sharon, thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. Let me check in our Q&A if we have some questions. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, Jackie.
Okay, let me see. I can't see any question on the Q&A. So questions, let me see.
You're able to see the Q&A?
I can see the Q&A, but there are no questions.
Okay.
But
I can see some questions
there's one
from my.
from the chat. There are few from the
Okay,
chat. I can see
okay.
Jackie is asking what the social media content calendar takes me to factory reset. I have been doing shortcut nowadays. My poor pickup on social media. I didn't
Yeah,
get that quite clearly.
I think that
Um,
is not a question, a comment.
It's a comment, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you able to see any questions on the Q&A from your end?
Yeah. Let me just read it from my end. Hello, I'm Eunice from Unique, yeah, my Eunice from Kenya. In our hub, comprising of 11 counties. I want to learn more. Okay, this was just a comment. I hope you've learned, Eunice. And someone has said, enjoying the session for me. You saved the best for the last. Yes. And then, okay, that one, I've done that. Quite impressive tracking tool. This is interesting. Loving the session. Very impressive. Wow. Okay. In the Q&A, I can see some questions. Let me just read them. With the work plan, how do you differentiate between when an activity is scheduled and when it is actually completed, or are those captured on a different spreadsheet? Okay, so this is who? This is Mary. So Mary, I've said the work plan gives the bigger picture, but now the 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 the, the social media content plan now translates from the work plan. So you are able to track the work plan using the social media content plan. And you can also have a different separate spreadsheet, or maybe a different like a different sort of a document where you can put all your activities, and then you can say, okay, this one has been implemented, this one has not been implemented, this one has been implemented, this one has not been implemented. Yes, I hope I have answered you. Then, how can you extend audience after posting? Okay, I'll come back to that. Then how do you go about selecting the best times and days to post, bearing in mind different times?
Sharon, just sorry to
Sorry?
interrupt. Could you read the previous question? The one that you said you'll come back to it. Could you kindly read it?
How can you extend audiences after posting?
Okay.
Yes. Can I go ahead?
Proceed.
Okay, so someone asked, how do you go about selecting the best time zones and days to post content, bearing in mind different time zones and businesses on the internet and social media? Social media is very kind, especially Facebook. I don't know if I'm able to show you. Let me just check. So my Facebook tells me your people are active at this day, at this time. Do you want to post at this time? Let me just show you. Connect. I don't know where. I usually have that. So it tells me your people are most active. Like for me, it is my people are active at 7 p.m. because mostly our audience is in Canada, and in Canada, then their time zone is like when we are sleeping is when they are waking up. So that time they are very active. So social media sometimes it is very kind, and it shows you where it shows you. I'm trying to find that, but I can't get it. Okay, if I find it, I'll share with you. So it tells you when you're posting, it actually tells you your people are active at this time. Would you want to post at this time? It actually does. So you're able to see. Also, when you're doing the analytics, when you are downloading the communication, not the communication, the analytics, you're able to see. I don't know if you're able to see. You're able to see the time. You're able to see the time where people are more active on your social. Sometimes you'll find Instagram people are more active at 10 a.m., 1 a.m., 1 p.m., or after work, maybe around when people are going to work and when people are coming back from home. And for Facebook, as I mentioned, our people are mostly active at 7 p.m. and it actually tells me that. So that is how you're able to see what times you're able to post. Then, what are the things to consider when creating social media calendars for your brand to relate with ongoing activities? So, what are the things to consider when creating a social media calendar for your brand to relate with also with ongoing activities of the year. I think something I forgot to mention is the international days. For example, maybe I've deviated a little bit, but I've just remembered something. So for us, what we do when we are doing our content calendar, we integrate our, we pick international days depending on the thematic areas that we work in. So us, we don't say Happy Environmental Day. We put it in a way that resonates with our projects, the projects that we have had. For example, it's a Youth International Day, and the theme is digital, whatever, it was something to do with digital something. So in our post, we will write, on this International Day, we are empowering youth to do this and that digitally, like, because we have programs like Cisco, we have digital literacy, we teach software engineering, software development, something like that. So you say, okay, this is what we are able to do. So you integrate it in the activities that are going on in the international days. You integrate it in the international days in such a way that it also resonates with your public. Also, you need to understand that not everything that goes ahead is your business. In such a that is to mean that, for example, if today is, let me say, now what can we say? Today is what? Which international day? Okay, let's just say an international day that does not resonate with what you do. You're able to get you really, maybe you'll just post it in passing, but it's not really a must. You highlight it. So what do you consider when creating a social media calendar for your brand to relate with ongoing activities of the year? So you check, one, your audience, who are your audience, and then what is happening in that particular year, and how can it fit in what is happening currently. For example, I don't know if you've been seeing KRA in Kenya. I think their Twitter, was it their Twitter account or which account was hacked? And they've been creating very funny things online, and they're saying, I can't really remember okay, they stole our account, but we are back, something like that. So you are able to sell your brand in relation to whatever is happening currently. Also being creative on how you tell your story. Yes, could you please share the content plan, please? Yes, we'll share it. I think it's going to be in our website. We are going to share it. It's going to be put in our website, and we'll share. And then I am Candy, a comms associate in one organization and comms officer in another organization. How do I manage comms for the two organizations? I feel stuck on how to even start building the social media calendar. Question 2, will you share the recording? Yeah, sure, we'll share the recording. So this one, I think, first of all, do a work plan. Do a work plan for both of them. And most of the time, it's not so different. It's not so different. Whatever translates to this one, it's whatever translates to this other one. For example, for me, my work plan does not really change as a lot over the years. Okay, it changes according to areas of priorities and all those, but it doesn't change. And trust you me, if you win in making a work plan, the other things flows, because you know, oh, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. So for example, if you said, I'll do media breakfast quarterly. So unasema quarterly ni inakuanga wapi? Inakuanga April, tuseme April, August, October, maybe na December. So come, sema, okay, say, okay. You know, sometimes I forget we have different people who don't hear Kiswahili. Sometimes, I'm sorry about that. So you come and say, okay, so I want to do media breakfast quarterly. Quarterly is January, April, October, and December. So say in January, which is the week that I can do a media breakfast, say first week, second week, third week, do that. Let me tell you, if you win in making a work plan, the content plan becomes very easy to follow because you have something already that is the bigger picture, and the content plan helps you to break it down. Uh the other one I can see here is the Meta Business Planner available for free users or premium? Yeah, it's available also for free users. It's available. It's available. It's available on Instagram, and it's available also on Facebook. Then the next masterclass will now be on metrics and analytics in monitoring performance in different platforms and doing social media reporting. Yes, Paul, I agree with you. I also agree with you. Work plan calls for discipline. Yes, it calls for discipline for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think, okay, let me just see. Because I feel like we've done most of what I was supposed to present. Just go back to my presentation, but you can continue sharing your questions. And then
Everyone,
also I think, okay.
it's okay as you take a break. I don't know. During one of part of the conversation, there's somewhere you mentioned about time before the discussion that we've just had now. There's somewhere where you mentioned about time, and I think there's something you said that I might want to add something to it about timing when it comes to posting. It's very important to know when your audience is active. That way, your content will just land. It won't be dry because it's
Yes.
very important. Um, Somebody asked, how do you attend your audience after posting?
Mm,
One thing with the social media, the
mm,
algorithms of social media, though they keep changing, but one thing is for real that any post that you put up and you realize that people are engaging with that post a lot, like people are commenting. You just posted and within maybe within 20 minutes you have almost 20 comments, for instance. You realize that content tends to move to a wider audience. So the timing when you post your content on social media is very important. You have to look at the analytics because it will, especially Facebook, Instagram, they'll always advise you your audience is most active at this time or your audience is most active at this other time. And then there are also things that maybe I feel like I can add on when it comes to creating your content calendars. I would say that content is wide, so when you're creating your content calendar, and as Cheryl said, a content calendar or a planner will give you, it's like the bigger vision of what you want to achieve and how you want to achieve it. But then the nitty-gritties of how to actualize it, it's a whole different thing. It's like having a vision and some small goals that you'll have to achieve so that you get to achieve the bigger picture. So it's always good to have something else aside, another document aside from your content calendar that you're able just to mark or put a tick to what you've been able to achieve so far. Um, because when you look at the content calendar, it will give you like, let's say for instance, we have this national day that is coming up. The calendar will give you the guidelines. This day, I'm supposed to do a poster or but then the details of the poster or the flyer, you can put them somewhere else. So the planner creates a vision, creates the bigger vision of what you want to achieve. And then now you have to make sure that you have ways you can make sure that you mark what you've been able to achieve. And then there are also uh, some things that we might need to look at when we are creating, when you're posting. Like for instance, you must have clear goals. I think Sharon was very clear on that. You should never, in fact, you should never ignore audience insights from the platform that you're using because it is the one that will give you feedback on how you're performing. You should never ignore the insights that you get from the audience insights. When you go to TikTok, TikTok will even give you the trending topics, for instance, even in your field. If it's in the same field, they will give you. If it's in whichever field that you're in, because when you're signing up on these platforms, they always tell you to pick some of your interests. So they customize their feedback depending on what you signed up with. Never ignore audience insights. Ensure that you research and understand your audience. And you'll know that even by posting alone, you'll realize maybe the days that you've posted a question, people will respond more than the days that you've just posted a statement. You understand? It's very important that you do that. It's also important that you do audit of your own content. Other issues maybe you can look at is prioritizing quantity. I mean, quality over quantity. You must post something. There is no need of having 100 posts in a week that do not make sense or do not connect with your audience. The quality matters. Invest in quality. Make sure that whatever you post is making sense and is connecting well with your people. I just wanted to add on those a few things that Sharon was taking a break, timing and inconsistency. Again, this I want to just add something that maybe Sharon has not mentioned about brand. Okay, for some this might sound vulgar, but let me say it's brand prostitution. Like your brand can just take up anything and everything. Make sure that your brand has integrity. Like your brand, when you go to your page, you know that you can never post such and such a content. And if you find it on your platform, then you're like something must be wrong with these people. These are not the values they stand for, you know. So it's very important that we take note of such things and everything that Sharon has taught us today. For me, it's enlightening, and I really want to appreciate that. So I don't know if you have any other question before I hand over to her to just analyze. We have a few minutes remaining. But there's somebody who has said the next masterclass now should be on metrics and analytics and monitoring performance in different platforms and doing social media reporting. This is very important. Sharon, can you hear me? This is important. We need this class. I don't know whether we are going to do it in January or we'll fix it somewhere before the year ends. We need that class. I don't even know how we meet it. I don't know how we meet to have that, but it's very important. To have it. Thank you so much, Sharon. Let me see if we have any questions. From my end, I'm not able to see in the Q&A.
Oh, okay. I don't think we have another question. There was someone's hand who was up, but apparently I can't see it again. So if your question has not yet been answered, please raise up your hand. And then also, Jackie, I didn't. What did you say we should do before the year ends?
We should do the class on metrics, monitoring.
Okay, you're breaking a little bit.
Sorry, and now I'm in the house and my son is just messing with the earpods. Sorry, let me just disconnect the earpods and I say, there is a request to do a class on
Metrics
on
and analytics.
yeah, on metrics and or how to monitor your performance on social media.
Okay, Kawa, that's okay.
This
That's
can be done in two ways. It can be either theoretical or practical. If you go practical, I can be here to do that. It's one of the things that when it comes to reporting, we are always tasked with reporting. The donors want to see if you asked for money to do something to do visibility, they want to see how you did it and what the outcomes were. That happens a
mm,
lot, especially when you're doing when you're doing I think I don't know, Sharon, if you've done Twitter spaces with organization, we always ask
yeah.
later to give a report of Yes, I'm speaking. Sorry. It's okay. We always ask to give a report on how the Twitter space was, the impressions, and all that. So we go get the analytics and share the reports accordingly. So it's an important class to have either before the end of the year, or it could be your opener for next year.
Sawa sawa, Jackie. That is well noted. Well noted. Noted it somewhere. Okay, I think that is okay.
There's also
That
someone saying
uh,
monetization, promotion of posts and pages. I think this one needs to see me on the side. This one needs to see me on the side. I taking step by step on doing promotion of post, or I think basically what he means is running ads and also monetizing your account. Yeah.
okay.
Please make it
Oh,
end of the year. Jackie. Jackie is saying we need to do this at the end of the year. I don't know, Sharon, if you're able to, if there's something that you've not said, and if there isn't, I don't know if you're able to give a few people an opportunity just to say how the classes were, and yeah.
all right. Thank you, Jackie. I think I'll just wind up and, of course, I'll give people a chance to speak. Thank you, Jackie. Left here. Um, all right. Let me just type something here in the chat. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's been an amazing session, and I was just wanted to talk about monitoring and evaluation, but I've realized I didn't really put a lot of meat to this. And as you've mentioned, we've had you cry, and we are going to do something about that. We're going to do something about the metrics and analytics, because of course we need to do the monitoring and evaluation, because most of the time we don't do the monitoring and evaluation. How to create video content for posting. Okay, all right. How to create video content for posting. Sawa, that's okay. And I think I've done my
I
part.
have a whole presentation on some of. I'm so sorry, people. I have a whole presentation on how to do the type of videos that you can do for different platforms. And also, I think we forgot to mention, Sharon, that we have this habit of posting, where whatever you post on Facebook, you post it across all platforms. I'll say it's not a good habit. It's okay, the content can be the same, like in terms of the video or the poster, but you have to customize for different platforms, because when you go to Facebook, the feed part, the stories part, they if it's a poster, there are some measurements that you should follow. The same post you cannot put it on TikTok, because TikTok will require you to have specific measurements. Instagram the same. So when you're posting, be careful. If you have to post the same content on Facebook, Instagram, and X, make sure you've customized it to fit. That's why I love the person who has said that they need a class on doing video content, because again, videos have different platforms, they have different ratios. Like there is 9:16 or 16:9. You have to know which orientation to use on each platform. The video orientation for TikTok will not be the same as the video orientation for YouTube. You have to know if I am doing this video on YouTube, or to post on TikTok, or to post on Facebook. You must understand what ratio do I need to use for that platform.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jackie. We will definitely do that. We will do that. We will see how to incorporate that. We'll see also how to see how to incorporate whatever you've said, and we'll also check the time. Might not promise by the end of the year, but I'll definitely look into that. And I can see so many requests. So I am sending in the survey on the masterclass. And maybe I think there's a point that is asking any other comment. Please write any other comments that you have there, including having those classes. Let us know which classes you would want to know in depth. Let us know which classes you would want to have, what is that, round 2, round 3, round 4. You know, let us know in the survey. I've shared it in the chat. And someone says, this masterclass has been beneficial to me as I'm a youth champion and I'm going to use it purposefully in my space. Thank you so much, guys. I mean, I cannot emphasize enough how it's been amazing. It's been an amazing ride. I think it's been 3 months because we have had four sessions, date 4s, 3 date 4s. So we started in September date 4, and we are ending. So we had the September one, we had the one, and we have had the November one. Yes. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. I hope you've learned a lot. Definitely we'll have this one some other time in next year, 2026. God willing, we'll have a lot of this. But maybe next year will be a little bit different, whereby we will have a shorter time, but focus on one topic at a time. So if there's one topic, the survey will really help us in designing the other masterclass and knowing how to actually go about it, especially in the development of the curriculum. It will really help us. So please fill up the form. I don't know. Please confirm that you're able to see. Thanks for God bless you. Yeah. Someone says this is the best career decision I've had. You've done for yourself. Yeah. I am so grateful that this masterclass was something that you found interesting. It was beneficial. It was good for you. And today, as I do a wrap-up session, I can say I feel fulfilled, because when I was starting this, I wanted to create a platform for communication experts. Because for me, when I was starting, I really struggled a lot to navigate the communication space, because I didn't have someone to tell me this is how the market is run. I learned in the job. Yani, I just went in the job and did my things without knowing, and I've always wanted to give back. This was my way of giving back. And I am so grateful to have all of you here. It's been, I cannot emphasize this enough. I cannot emphasize this enough. Yeah, it's been a nice ride. You people have been amazing. You've not missed any of these any of these classes. You've been consistent, and your certificates are coming. They might delay a little bit, maybe 2 weeks to 3 weeks, but we'll definitely deliver, because we are currently in the process of planning for the physical event. We will share the registration link. Okay, unfortunately, it's for Kenyans only, but if you're in Uganda, you're in Tanzania, and you would want to join, you can come at your own means. But for now, we're just doing it in Kenya. It's the first physical activity we'll have here in Kenya. It's happening in November. It's happening in November 28th at Baraza Media Lab. We'll share the registration link, and then we will share with you the details as they come. Please purpose to come. It's going to be an amazing session to network, to meet people physically, to meet the speakers physically, to meet the participants, and also to have a large pool of communication experts where you can network and collaborate. And it's free of charge. We are not charging anything for this one. So Usiache, don't Mike, the Kiswahili in me. I mean, I'm a Kenyan, so yeah. So don't fail to come. If you're in a position to come to Nairobi, please come. It is going to be a game changer for you, and I know you're going to have a good time. Allow me to extend a little bit because this is the last session, and if you please do the videos about the masterclass, say what you learned, what stood out for you. And then we have also a page in our social media and in our website for impact stories. If you have a big story, I mean like a longer version that will not fit in a video or will not fit in a poster, please let me know. DM me or Shix, the lady handling the posters. She's going to be able to help you, and she'll forward it to the right person so that it reaches to the to the website. Let me just put our website here. The link Titan Consultancy. Yes, so that is the website. We'll definitely put all your posters, your videos there, and I know we are going to have a good time. And what else did I forget? So and then I would like to thank my team. That is Jackie, Bokayo. Please send it to our WhatsApp group. Okay, I will. Also remind me to send the WhatsApp group here so that people who are not in the WhatsApp group are able also to join. So I want to thank Jackie, Bukayo, Consolata, Jarvis, Shaz. I mean, this masterclass has been because this masterclass has been because you guys were here. You walked the journey. You've been every step of the way. You've been there, and I would like to really thank you for taking part and believing in the vision. And we actually made it to the end. And thank you so much, guys. You've done a wonderful job in making this masterclass a success. And I really appreciate you. And then lastly, uh, I would want to encourage us to also follow our social media handles, comment, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. We also share our company profile. We also do consultancies. We do capacity building trainings. We do brands. We do brands guidelines. If your organization needs such a thing, please feel free to refer us to your friends, refer us to your family, and let's do this together. Then, finally, I want to give a few people, please raise up your hand if you want to say something. I would want to hear from you how the experience was and what you're thankful for, and then I think we can wrap it up. Today, just allow me to take a little bit of your time because it's the last day. So please, if you want to speak, please just raise up your hand. I'll see it and I'll allow you to speak. Oh, actually, we are able to speak. Just put your mics on and say something. I would want people from different countries to actually, okay, let me see. There's someone here. Let me just, and please tell me if I pronounce your name correctly. Alichenu from Nigeria. You can go ahead and say something. Yeah, please.
Hello, good evening,
Okay.
everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you. I think for me the master class has been an amazing journey for me. I just stumble to this the link, and I just then at around September I just click on the let me just try. But the first class was interesting. That is how I just pick interest, and I was just looking up to every Thursday to join to learn more things. I think for me the experience here is like one thing that just stood for me is just like sharing story. Don't take the story yourself. Allow the people to tell their story. Don't like for another one based on Africa stories that we shouldn't spread the negative of African story, that we should look at the positive side of African story and project it to the world. So that is just something amazing that I have learned, to allow people to share their story, not to hijack people's story.
Amazing, amazing. That's good. Yeah, allow people to tell their stories. Okay, Walker, I've allowed you to speak, so you can go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, I think I resonate with that one person that said this has been great choice, professional choice, or should I say academic, professional, or growth choice I've made in my career. So and for me, I don't love I don't like the fact that it's ending. You know, they say learning is an ongoing process. So I felt like I think I got to use that every week on a Thursday. I interact. I get to connect to a session, and then I learn more and learn more. But all in all, it has been really uh, a great a great run, and I've really learned a lot. And feels like I was doing a master's or PhD or something about communication, you know. And to say it was a free set, all the sessions were free, no penny to pay on our end. I really should appreciate the team, should appreciate you, Sharon, and the team for organizing this. Your passion for communication in Africa and across, and creating a network of communicators is really powerful, and I love it. It's beautiful. So I hope we helped you, and I really hope all of us help you in shaping up this goal you're trying to achieve. And on my end personally, and I feel most people would also say the same. I think our 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 portrayal of the different communities we live in, be it Africa, be it I saw one post about a person from Pakistan or wherever we are, will be different and will help us shape our communities and the development of those communities with being. So it has been a great run. You know, I'm just putting too much words all over because I don't really know what to say, but it's been amazing. As you always say, amazing, amazing, amazing. So thank you very much. Ziko Mokwambiri.
Oh, nice. Thank you. That is Cameroon or Zimbabwe?
No, Malawi. That's Chichewa.
Malawi.
Yeah, the native language,
Nice.
Chichewa.
Okay. All right. Invite us to Malawi. We are going to come. Please invite us to your country because we are going to come.
Certainly, I certainly will. Certainly will.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can also text me. It's still fine. Who else wants to say something? From Cameroon. Cameroon people have been having challenges. I can't see them here. Colin, are you here? O'Brien. Colin is yeah, Colin is here. Colin, can you say something? If you want to say something, just raise up your hand. I give you a chance to say something. Thank you. Rose, you'd like to say something? Let me just allow you. Thank you, Elizabeth. I can see you. Okay, so you're able to talk? Okay, Sarah, go ahead. Who's talking? Colin. Yes, Colin, go ahead. Just say something.
Hello everyone, it's Colin Maenda from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
I would like to say, are you hearing me, people?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I would like to say it has been an eye-opener, it has been insightful. We learned a lot, especially like my colleague has said from Malawi. that the way the story is being portrayed in the medias and various forums is different, very, very different, and you can see that people are not following the script. And it has opened my eyes. It has opened the way I've seen the portrayal of the storytelling in the medias and various forums. That without this masterclass and this learning, I could not have made it possible for me to know and understand that this is what is happening. And I would like to thank you, Sharon, for giving us this platform to us to learn without even contributing anything, as my colleague has said. Thank you very much, and wish you well in your next endeavors.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Colin. You've been one consistent person in this masterclass. I even know your
Yes.
name. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sharon.
All right. Maybe I'll give Rose. Rose.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm Rose Poka. I am an educator, a social, or I work and with young people, among other things. I am utterly grateful for what we have been learning. We have learned a lot. I have a lot of notes. We have recordings that we can still go back to. We have notes and PowerPoints that we can still go back to, which is very commendable. I am very grateful that we have been able to have a shared platform with also people from different spaces from and facilitators from different areas, different countries as well. Has
We lost you. We
but
lost
we are
you.
very grateful that we even have a WhatsApp platform. I may just suggest that we continue to communicate with each other on the WhatsApp platform, maybe continue sharing our learning areas and what we do so that we can continue to learn from each other, network, and grow in our different spaces. I am very grateful for the session today, particularly the time you took to put together all that you put together, because that was a lot. Then I'm sure it took a lot of time to put together. There is a lot that we still need to practice from what we have learned. I would just suggest again that we continue to practice our learning areas. We learn our different policies from our different countries, especially as for the communication experts within the space. We have different policies, and some of what we were learning may be universal, and some of them may be subject to different policies in our different countries. So we need to also be on the know, look out for the different policies in our countries so that we are within the correct framework and do not find ourselves in trouble in our countries. I just pray that this may expand, that we may have a second version and a third version, and even at some point it may get to a point where you have uh, audiences and also people also from other spaces as well to continue to teach us, to continue to guide us, continue to help us grow and develop. Thank you very much for your time and for your entire team. They have been resourceful, and I pray that you continue to grow. Otherwise, on a light note, I am all the Nigerians in the room, anyone who comes from when I get an opportunity to come to Nigeria in the near future. Thank you very much and have a lovely rest of your time.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Poka. Poka has been one of our moderators and she's been doing a good job. Oh my God, I forgot to say thank you, Poka. Thank you so much, Poka. You've been a lifesaver. I mean, you're just an amazing human being. Also, what's called John Wafula in his absentia. I also want to thank him. And also the speaker. We've had amazing speakers, right? If you agree with me, we've had amazing speakers and they've done a wonderful, wonderful job. Okay, maybe let me just take two more and then I wrap it up. Maria Jones. Maria Jones, you have a name like mine. I am also Jones.
Hi. Hi
Yes.
guys, my name is Maria Jones. I am a digital video content creator, editor, and digital presenter for K24 Digital. I'd like to take this opportunity to really thank you guys for these amazing sessions that we've had. I used to think that corporate communication is a bit different from media, but now that you have given us the opportunity to learn more, I have actually realized that it's more or less the same or complementary to each other, because I've just heard of cross posting and changing the dimensions for videos for different platforms to suit audience needs. And that is exactly what I do in my field. So I'd really like to thank you. And I hope and pray that we will have so many sessions to help
Yeah.
us connect the two forms of communication. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maria Jones. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Okay. One more person. And we hope to create a platform where communication experts can come meet. And I want to open it up to different countries. If your country you can bring together communication experts, just drop a text, drop an email, and I'll definitely reach out to you. We'll come to your country. Yes. One more person. Who is that person? Okay, who is that person? Who's that person? Let me call your name because now I know you. See, she Kaigai. Kaigai, you can say something. I don't know if she's able to speak. Is she here? Hamadi left. Kaigai. Okay. I have allowed you to speak. And then,
Oh, hi everyone.
hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm sorry I got logged off some few minutes ago. But
Okay.
yeah, I'd love to I'd love to appreciate Dayton Consultancy for making this masterclass an insightful session. We've learned a lot. My name is Kaigai Priscilla. I'm a communication specialist based in Nairobi, Kenya. And I've really learned a lot and I've really enjoyed the informative sessions that we've been having for the past 8 weeks. And I look forward to my growth. And one of the lessons that stood out for me the best was tonight's session, because it was practical rather. Like I'm looking forward to the day when I'll just sit down and start preparing my own work plan, content calendars, and actualizing them. I actually didn't know there was a feature on Meta Instagram where you will schedule posts and then and then that would make your work easier. I just knew that today. So I've really learned a lot. And I'm so grateful to the team that organized this. Kudos kabisa kabisa.
Thank you.
So sorry for that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sharon. And to everyone who sent their photos and quotes, I hope you all received your posters. And to those who just sent this evening, I'll create them and you'll have them by tomorrow.
Amazing. You're doing a good job, Sheiks. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So lastly, I want to give Chishimba. Chishimba, please say something and then I wrap it up. Chishimba? Chimba, are you in a position to talk? Or I'm saying the name the wrong way. All right. Chishimba. Okay, let me see what she says. Okay, not in a position. I can type. All right, you can type. One more person. Let me see. Let me see these people who have been here. Cindy. Cindy Kipkoske. Cindy. Just allow me to take a little bit of your time. We've been so I'm not able to allow you to speak. So I think you can just type. Let me see. One more person. Lily Campani. Lily Campani, and then we close.
Hello?
Hey, what has happened?
Oh, sorry. I think it's my network.
All right.
Um. Okay. I just as everyone. Sorry, but was this about the appreciation?
Yeah, you just say something about the masterclass.
Ah, okay. All right. All right. Yeah. I think I just want to echo what everyone else has said. Like, this has been amazing. I think I said it in the beginning that it's like, I think as Walker said, it's like a master's, like it's school for free. So it's really been amazing. I've learned a lot, and I feel like it's really going to help me a lot in my profession. So basically, to cut the long story short, thank you so much for this. It's been so insightful, compelling. Like I don't even know the words to say, but we really appreciate the time that you took to prepare all this for us. So thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing. Munyat, are you in a position to say something? Okay, all right. Okay, let me just close it at that. Thank you so much, people, for being here. It's been possible because you're here. Let's interact in our social media platform. Let's interact in our WhatsApp group. Email me, text me. In case you need any help, just feel free to reach out to me. And thank you so much for making this a success. And okay, I mean, I don't even have words to say thank you at this point, but thank you so much for everyone who has made it through the last session, everyone who has made it through to this far. Please fill the survey form, and in case of anything, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you very much once again, and have a lovely evening ahead. Asanteni sana.